Other bridge on this tour is the Sardine area bridge. I'm standing on the bridge that was constructed in 1999 that replaced a bridge of similar age from the Sizemore Creek bridge we were just at. But what we're looking at is the pilings of the original bridge that traveled to the Sardine community back in the day. Now, Sardine is an interesting name for this community because anyone that knows this area knows that they've never seen a sardine type of fish swimming in Big Escambia Creek, which is the creek that flows through here. But according to the March 7th, 1957 Bruton Standard, they had a reason for the name. It seems there was a landing at that point on Big Escambia Creek where logs were placed in the stream and floated down to Conecuh River and on to Pensacola unless they were detoured somewhere along the route and manufactured into square timber. Sardines and soda crackers were the principal traveling diet of loggers who visited the landing, and they consumed them in large quantities. Naturally, they threw the cans on the ground, and for want of a better name and to identify the spot among themselves, they began referring to it as a sardine can landing. There was a ford there also, and when the bridge was later built, the name remained unchanged, and it was first known as Sardine Can Bridge. Somewhere along the name Can was dropped, and it has been Sardine Bridge ever since. This is according to information verified through Reverend J.C. Myrick and others that lived in the community. Today it's a swimming hole and people live around here, and it also has a lot of hunters and farmers that live in the community, and it's just a really interesting place. So if you get a chance, you can canoe and kayak the bridge and just kind of check it out. On the south side of the bridge that crosses the road here is a little more of Big Escambia Creek, but to my left right here in this clump of woods there used to be a tavern back through the probably 20s, 30s, and 40s. Supposedly it was a rowdy place. There's a lot of dances on the weekends. Atmore Advance noted on Thursday, September 7th, 1933, there'll be another big dance at Sardine Bridge Saturday night, September 9th. Good music and other entertainment features have been arranged for those attending. The open-air dance pavilion is more enjoyable than ever. The beautiful moonlight nights light up this time of year. Now, as to who ran that tavern, supposedly there was a Cunningham lady that ran it, although that's hard to verify almost 100 years down the road. But it was an interesting caveat to this area, which today, if you didn't know it, but for Magnolia Branch and tubers and people taking advantage of the waters, you think it was pretty much abandoned, but it's anything but. It's at the junction of Escambia County 17 and 25, also known as Stanley Crossroads. Right there at that crossroads, there was a store that stayed open for quite a length of time. And in the area, now this is the Sardine and the Stanley Crossroads area, you had two schools, post office, and several other points of interest that existed here. The original post office, which is further down that road, dated from 1898. Some of the notable postal employees included J.L. Jordan, Lou Jordan, Lemuel Jordan, and Ollie Jordan, and several others that space and time just wouldn't let us mention here. Lemuel Jordan and J.L. Jordan were proud Confederate veterans, having been members of the 1st Florida Confederate States of America Infantry. J.L. Jordan was also a county commissioner in this county for several years back around 1910. You can see today there's a lot of cotton and agriculture here. Partain Farms is up here, and they sell a lot of pecans and things like that, and that's good stuff.